Hey, what is going on? Good morning. Happy Sunday morning here in Chiang Mai, Thailand. My last day here. My flight actually leaves at noon today, so about 4 hours from now. So we'll probably do an hour and a half on this live stream this morning, and then I got to get back to my hotel room, finish packing, and then head to Chiang Mai Airport. But the process is pretty simple in Chiang Mai as far as the airport. There's not a lot of lines, pretty easy to get through pretty quickly. So if I give myself about an hour and a half time, I should be fine. So, but thanks for joining me this morning. Today, we'll just kind of talk a little bit about Chiang Mai and anything else that's on your mind. So feel free to put in the comments below what's going on. Let me know if you can see me and hear me okay, because I got a new setup. I got a new phone. I bought a new phone this week because my old phone basically just crapped out on me after almost 10 years. It's an S9 Plus. So if that tells you anything. So I got a new Samsung, and I really love it. It's really nice. But my old one, I couldn't use my Oya mics on it for live streams. I just got a bunch of white noise. So let me know, make sure that they're coming in good here, and that way we're good. So I think I got the wireless mic thing figured out. I got my phone, my selfie camera works good on this new one, whereas this one it didn't because it got wet. So everything's looking good. And Chiang Mai was fun. I've been here almost a week, and it's a neat town. It's large. It's almost 2 million people, so it's pretty good size. I think it's the second largest city in Thailand, next to Bangkok, which obviously is really big, like 12 million people or something along those lines. So let's check in with chat. We got Niels Christensen. Hello, coming in loud and clear. Thanks for joining. George, you sound good. Awesome. Good deal. All right. Fantastic. So we got 7 people on right now, so that's pretty good to get things started. It's a little after 8 o'clock here in Chiang Mai. And if you haven't been to Chiang Mai, it's kind of I don't know. I mean, I looked it up, and the average age or the median age is like 40 years old. So it's a fairly old community, but it doesn't feel like that. I'm in the Niman district or Niman area, and it feels a lot younger. Chiang Mai University is in this area, and there's a lot of really kind of cool coffee shops and cafes and bars all around here. It's pretty walkable. I mean, if you want to get to the old city, you probably need to take either a motorbike or a Grab or something to get there, because it'd be about a 40-minute walk from where I'm at. But and then anywhere else outside. But I've been to Chiang Mai, I think one other time, possibly twice, but I think there's only one other time, and I stayed in this area here that time also, and I really liked it. So that's why I wanted to come back here. And I'm at this coffee shop called Yesterday Cafe, and it's right on this main road here. The cafe I normally go to every morning that I've been here, right across the street from my hotel, is closed on Sundays. So I was going to do my live stream from there, and I didn't realize they were closed. So I walked up here with my gear, and I had a coffee here the first day I was here, and so I liked it. And you get a nice big mug of hot Americano for like 80 baht, something like that. So a little over $2. So prices can be a little higher here, but you can find some really good deals. They got a lot of nice night markets. And if my camera's wiggling, I'm on a table that's not very steady, so I apologize for any of that. So, but Chiang Mai reminds me of Da Nang, Vietnam. If you've been to Da Nang, it kind of has that same feel. You got a lot of neat little neighborhoods like they do in Da Nang, like in Thuong area where I stayed, where I lived. It kind of reminds me of that, and it's kind of got that almost a college vibe to it here. So if you've been to Da Nang, Vietnam, just think of that without the beach. You don't have the beaches here, but you got some really beautiful mountains right over here. So you're in a little higher altitude, so it's a little cooler here. It still gets pretty warm, mid 80s. It rained yesterday morning or yesterday afternoon for about 2 hours, and that's generally when you're in the rainy season. The first part of the rainy season in Thailand, I found that it rains for a couple hours during the day, and then it clears off, and it's fine. Right now, the skies are blue. I don't know if there's rain forecast for later today or not, but it's pretty nice right now. So enjoying the weather. It's not too bad as far as temperature wise right now, but of course it's only a little after 8 o'clock. So who knows what's going to happen? It'll probably get pretty warm later on today. So I'll change from my hot Americano to an iced latte or something like that later on today. But I'll be back in Bangkok around 1 o'clock. That's when my flight gets in. It's only about an hour flight from Chiang Mai to Bangkok, so it's a really easy trip. And I fly into DMK, which is Dam Luang Airport, which is the old airport, which is up north. So it's a little bit of a trip from there to my condo, which is south part of Bangkok. So it'll take about an hour and a half on the trains, and I'll have to change trains about 3 times to get to where I want to be. So, but super cheap, and that's what I like. I like cheap. I like to save money where I can. So, if you guys have any questions, you want to talk a little bit about Chiang Mai and what my feeling about Chiang Mai. I think this would be a very livable place, except during the burning season, which is January into March. Then it gets the air quality gets really, really bad here because they burn all those crops, and they've been doing that for centuries, I guess. So I guess they haven't figured out how to make things a little better in that respect. But if I were to live here, I would live here from April until January, and then I would take a vacation, like a 2 or 3 month vacation, and head out of town, get out of here, and head either south in Thailand, maybe Phuket, somewhere around there where it's not as smoky during this burning season, or just go to another country. It's so cheap to travel from Thailand. If Thailand's your home base, I can travel. My ticket here from Bangkok, my round trip ticket was $56. So I'm from Bangkok to Chiang Mai and back, $56 total US. If I were to fly to Vietnam, I could probably do the same round trip for about the same thing, maybe 70, 75. I haven't looked at prices lately, but they're generally pretty low. It's a little higher to get to the Philippines. If I wanted to fly to Manila, say, on a round trip ticket, it probably cost me about $100, maybe a little over 100. Now, again, I haven't checked prices lately, so I'm just kind of going by memory. Things might have changed a little bit, but I want to get to Kuala Lumpur this year, and it's really cheap to fly from Kuala Lumpur from Bangkok, so I'll probably do that. I was planning on going to Cambodia in August or late July. Gio in the Philippines is going to be here in Bangkok, and he and I are going to be in Bangkok, and he and I are going to hook up and probably go to Cambodia, but I'm not sure. There's some stuff going on with Cambodia and Thailand, and I just don't feel comfortable even flying. I don't feel completely comfortable in traveling there and then coming back to Thailand. So I'm kind of on the fence about going to Cambodia now. So if anybody has any inside information on that, feel free to let me know, because I've been hearing all these skirmishes with the military and Thailand and Cambodia on all the borders. So the border crossings the land crossings can be very problematic from what I hear, because it's not the government now, it's not immigration that's controlling those borders in Thailand, it's the military. And so I guess if they don't want you to come in, they're not going to let you in. So, but I don't know. Rob Mar 40 says, hello from BGC. How are things in my old town in BGC? I kind of miss it. I lived there for almost 3 years. I love BGC. It's such a convenience. So how are things, Rob? How are things there in BGC? Is it rainy yet? I know it's been raining there in Metro Manila quite a bit lately. So you guys are kind of in that rainy season too, prior to the typhoon season. Typhoon season's on the way, and you're going to get slammed. They get at least 20, on average, 20 to 22 typhoons hit the Philippines a year. So that's pretty crazy. Heavy traffic now. The school is back in session. Oh, yeah. School started this week in the Philippines on the 16th, I believe. So, yeah, traffic's heavier. I'm sure pollution outside of BGC. BGC pollution is never an issue. It was always, I always thought the air quality was good in BGC and most of Makati. If you get into other parts of Metro Manila and Manila proper, it could get really bad as far as pollution. And Bangkok too. Bangkok's such a big city. It's kind of hard to avoid those days where you have heavy pollution, but it's not so bad. The big thing with me is I get irritated eyes. My eyes get a little burned a little bit during the pollution season. So Rob says, surprisingly, very little rain. Well, that's good. It's coming. Don't worry. If you're wondering, the rain is on the way. Where have you guys? Let me ask chat. Have you guys been to Thailand, or are you thinking about going to Thailand? If you've been to Thailand, just put a 1 in your chat comment. If you're thinking about coming to Thailand, you can put a 2, or you can post a message if you want. Somebody asked me on one of my comments on one of my videos this morning if I like Thailand better than the Philippines. And I said yes. Don't get me wrong, I love the Philippines. But I think Thailand has, to me, it's a level up in quality of life. Here in Chiang Mai, it's really nice. Bangkok, I love Bangkok. There's bad parts of Bangkok, rough parts of Bangkok, but to me, it's like there's so many nicer areas in Bangkok than there is in Metro Manila. And if you're comparing apples to apples, Manila and Bangkok, I think Bangkok wins hands down. Now you've got those areas, those pockets, like BGC, Makati. Those places, of course, those are nice places, but you've got all that too in Bangkok. You've got all those areas. You got if you're looking at BGC as a pocket, a really nice pocket in Metro Manila. You look at Bangkok, and there's probably 24 BGC type areas in Bangkok. So with all that BGC has to offer, which is a lot, it's great. Bangkok has as much or more to offer. So, Rob, you lived in Bangkok for over a year, so you're in BGC now. So you tell me, Rob, how do you compare? I mean, it's hard to compare just BGC with just Bangkok because, BGC, I think the population is only about 16,000 people. And Bangkok is about 12 million. So you almost have to compare all of Metro Manila with Bangkok. But how would you rank them, Rob, as far as living in Bangkok for over a year and now you're in Metro Manila? What's your opinions on it? I'd love to hear that. So to me, like I said, I love BGC, but there's just something about Bangkok. You got all that food, all that Western food that you can get in BGC. You don't have the The one thing about Bangkok that BGC has, in BGC, you have all the Western franchise restaurants. You know, you got the Texas Roadhouse, the Chili's, the Olive Garden, you know, all of those nice, you know, mid-range franchise restaurants are in BGC or in Makati. Here in Bangkok, you really don't have any of those, but you've got some really great local Western restaurants there where you can get really good Western food, whether it's American, Italian, French, whatever. They've got it all, plus all the Asian food options too. So I think that's where Bangkok, excuse me, I got a tickle today. Bangkok has it over Manila in that respect. And then the Thai food. I mean, you can get Thai food in BGC, but it's just not the same. You tell them, you know, Ped Mak, which is spicy, really spicy. You tell them really spicy in BGC at a Thai restaurant, and it's more Nidnoi, it's more mid-range. You tell them Ped Mak here in Thailand, you're going to get real spicy food. So even the spicy food's not spicy in the Philippines. So let's see, D Cebu. Good morning to you. Greetings from Ireland. Okay, watching your live, truly nice. We'll go to sleep in a while. Well, thanks for watching. I love Ireland. My mom's Irish, so I've got some Irish heritage, albeit not recent. Like my dad's German, and his dad, my grandfather, came over from Germany. So I'm a second generation German American. On my mom's side, she's Irish, but way back, way down the line. I think we were like the second boat that came across to America from Ireland. So we weren't on the Mayflower, but we were on the next boat after that, I think. So our heritage is way down the line, but still, I call myself half Irish, so I love that. Yeah, the Western restaurants in BGC are really nice. There's some good ones that I used to go to all the time when I lived there in BGC. So D, you've got Cebu in your YouTube title. Did you live in Cebu or did you visit Cebu for a while? What's your history on that? You're in Ireland now, but what's your history on Cebu or the Philippines? Or is there any? Or Thailand for that matter, because you're watching my stream right now. This is a pretty heavy traffic road. It can be difficult to cross at times because you have to walk down quite a way to get to a street light. Most of the intersections don't have street lights. Typical with a lot of Asian countries, there are not a lot of traffic lights. So, but you know, if you get out of this area and you get onto the main parts of Chiang Mai, the traffic lights are there. So, and it looks very modern. I don't see a lot of like tall buildings, like skyscrapers or anything like that. There's a few condos, but nothing like you see in Metro Manila or Bangkok or some of the Western cities, the larger cities. You don't see a lot of that here. That's just under 2 million people population, so it's not too bad. Let me see what's going on here. I missed one. BGC is really a bubble. Bangkok wins hands down. Yeah, I agree. If BGC were a little bigger and still as nice, I would really like it. BGC, to me, it just got too small. It's really walkable. You can walk from one end to the other in less than 20 minutes. But it just kind of got too small. And to be honest, I think these Southeast Asian countries and cities, and I guess I'm part of the problem, getting a little overrun by YouTubers. But the problem is these YouTubers are some of them are just throwing out a lot of crap. You know, at least I try to keep it as real as possible, and then with my videos when I'm talking, it's from the heart. I don't over edit anything. A lot of these newer channels I'm seeing in Bangkok and in the Philippines, they're using almost exclusively AI. Their script is AI. Some of their narrative is AI, so it's not even the real person talking. It's an AI generated person. I see a lot of these some of the YouTubers from the Philippines, from BGC area. They're using AI scripts, and you could tell. I mean, it just seems too polished, too refined, and to me too plastic, too fake. So I just think I just would rather just keep it real and just talk, and you can see all my mistakes, my O's and ahs and ums and whatever the case. I'll do just a minimum amount of editing. So I think that's what is happening with Southeast Asia, and probably all over the world. These YouTubers are just I think some of them are just kind of ruining the feel. I mean, you get a lot of. I posted a video the other day about tourism collapse. And it's not collapsing. I talk in my video about the tourist issue in Thailand. It's down 2.7%, but I don't notice. Most of it is Chinese. Now, I'm walking around here yesterday. I'm walking to one of the really nice areas called One Niman. It's a really nice kind of a shopping area, kind of close to the mall, the Maya Mall. But I when I would talk to somebody, most of them were from Japan. So from what I understand, the Chinese tourism is down in Thailand, and that's where that majority of that 2.7%. But I'm not seeing it. In Bangkok, it's just as busy as it always is. I was down in Hua Hin a couple of weeks ago. It was kind of slow there, but it's always kind of slow there during the low season because it's not really a touristy place. You don't go there for the adult entertainment like you would in Pattaya. It's an older community, so it's more like a retirement community. So if you're not into that sort of thing, you probably don't go down there. But other than that, it's been pretty busy here. I got in Tuesday, and it was kind of dead walking around Tuesday night. But Wednesday was good. Last night was good. Friday or Thursday was good. Friday and Saturday were good. There's a lot of traffic this morning, so I don't see it too bad. So let me see. Oh, awesome. So we got a new member, Cher Pencil the Artist. Thank you, Cher. Appreciate that. Let me get caught up on my chat here. Let's see. Cher Pencil the Artist says, hello, JJ. Hello, host. How are you doing? I'm doing great, Cher. How are you? Dee says his mom is from Cebu. She and my sister are based there. I love Cebu. Everything's there. Zamboanga is where I'm from. Ask anyone. It's the land of beauty, women. Yeah, I hear that. I've never been to Mindanao, and that's where Zamboanga is. But I hear that the women in Mindanao are more beautiful than anywhere else in the Philippines. We're talking Philippines now. I've been to Cebu a couple of times. It's not really my thing. I think they're about 10 years behind on their infrastructure because they've gotten so busy and their traffic's so bad there that it's hard for them to get caught up. So I think give them 5-10 years and they get that traffic they figured out. It'll probably be a lot better. The anger in Ireland is very noticeable. There's another anti-immigration protest in Dublin today at 2 p.m. local time. Yeah, I heard Dublin and a lot of Ireland's a big mess. Cher says I don't use AI. The only thing I'll use AI for is I'll go to ChatGPT to try to, if I can't come up with a good title for my videos, see if ChatGPT will have a better option for me. That's the only time. that I use that. I don't generate any AI content. I just feel if I start doing all that, if I start letting AI do my titles, do my description, do my thumbnails, do my scripts, do my voice, do my face, whatever, then I've lost my channel. It's not really my channel anymore. So that's just kind of how I feel. Chair says, nice to meet you again. I'm from Manila, Philippines. Okay. So are you in Manila direct, or are you in Metro Manila somewhere, Cher? Where in Manila are you from? I got my second coffee all ready to go, so I don't have to get up. I was watching the news. Your President Trump interfered now in the war in Iran and sent some airspace to bomb the nuclear. Sorry to share this. Yeah, I heard that. I would just rather we just stay out of that, stay out of all the wars. But it's such a that military industrial complex. And I'm pretty old, but I wasn't around when Eisenhower was president. But I've heard his speech, his farewell speech when he left the office of the presidency before Kennedy took over, and he talks about the threat of the military industrial complex taking over, and it's just gotten bigger and bigger and bigger every year. So yeah, I understand what you're saying, Sheriff. So, but I try to stay out of politics on this YouTube channel. Maybe I'll start a second YouTube channel and that's all it is, just politics. I can really piss off a lot of people, I think, probably, because you can't please anybody, everybody. So it's one or the other. So if you try to please everybody, you don't please anybody. So if you're talking politics, you got to take one side or another. So I don't know. I don't think I can handle all the negative comments. I have a hard enough time seeing that only 95% likes on my videos. It's like, who's that 5% that doesn't like my video? I'm from Ermita City, Manila, Metro Manila. Okay, yeah, that's where the U.S. Embassy is at, right? In Ermita. How old am I now? Oh, Cher. I'm old. I'm old. I'm retired, so if that tells you anything. Kiki and Jasmine is huge now. Hello, Kiki and Jasmine. So I'm well into my 60s. Let's just put it that way. But I'm like a fine wine. I age well. Somebody mentioned when I first moved to Thailand, some troll got on my comments and says, "Oh, you just cut 6 years off your life expectancy." And I'm thinking, I'm thinking to myself, why is that? I didn't ask him, but I don't know. I don't know why that is. I feel fine. My health is good, other than my broken fingers that I got in the Philippines, tripping on one of those sidewalks in the Philippines. Kiki Jasmine, I turned 52 on June 5th. Still young. Good for you. 52. Cher says, I'm too old. I'm 48, single mother. 48's not old. I wish I was 48 again. I'd take 52, Kiki. You look young. You look around 49. You're too nice. Maybe I'll use more filters. Maybe AI can help me look younger. The only problem is I got the turkey neck thing starting, so we need to maybe do some plastic surgery or something. I don't know. I got the crow's feet in my eyes from smiling too much, but oh well. Hi JJ, this Mark. Oh, hey Mark, how are you doing? I've seen other vloggers, especially in Pattaya, saying that tourism is way down. Do you see that there in Bangkok? Not really. I mean, we just talked about this. You might have gone on just a little late, but I haven't really seen that that big an effect. I mean, Some areas may be down a little bit, but you know what? That's a good thing because you don't have to wait in line for to get on the train as much. When I'm on the train during the day, if I'm coming from my place, maybe to Prom or a Sok area on Sukhumvit, Bangkok, I'll get on the train and I may be the only foreigner there or only Farang, only white guy. So that's the only difference I see. But like I was saying earlier, I'm walking around here talking to some of the people. I'm asking where they're from, and the majority of them I talk to are from Japan. So you may see a lot of Asians and think, oh, they're Thailanders. They're from Thailand. So there aren't any foreigners here. But you're still getting a lot of Asian foreigners coming here. So I don't see a lot of difference. Maybe a little bit. Of course, I moved here in October, so I've been to Bangkok and I've been to Thailand during this time of year before, but I really didn't. Back then, I didn't have anything to compare it to because I hadn't been to Thailand much. But I can give you a better idea after I've lived here for a year, so I can compare my entire year and kind of give you a better idea of what I'm seeing. But I'm still relatively new to being in Thailand. I moved here back in October of last year, but I don't really think it's a bad thing. From what I'm reading, the number of tourists are down, but the tourists that are here are spending more. So that's a good thing for Thailand. They're getting a better quality of tourists. So maybe that's what they were looking for in the first place. So I don't know. So let's see. Let's get caught up here. There's nothing wrong about that. Apparently, the Philippines are changing privacy laws. Oh, you're talking about streaming live in public? BGC has always had that policy where you have to get a permit to video in BGC, but they've never really enforced it. I always went out and did videos, walks and talks and things like that, and I've never had a permit, never had anybody stop me or anything like that. So I think with this whole Vitali thing, and if you're unfamiliar with that, he's that Russian American, wherever he's from. I call him Russian, but he did live streams in the Philippines, and he was really demeaning to the local Filipinos, the security guys in BGC. One of the people that worked in Boracay, I guess it was, or Palawan. But anyway, he was just really mean and demeaning, and he got arrested. So I think there's a lot of blowback from him, and they're kind of clumping every YouTuber into that same category. It's like, well, this guy's giving everybody a bad reputation, so now we're not going to let anybody do it. So we'll see how it pans out. They may crack down for a while, and then they'll loosen things up. That's kind of how things are in Thailand too. They crack down on some laws, and then they loosen them up again. We just kind of see how things work out. But yeah, that Vitali guy, he's one of those guys you just love to punch in the face, But he's a big dude. I don't know. Yeah, the Russian vlogger Vitali is the one. He did a disrespectful prank to all the business people. Yeah. Well, and he threatened to rob that one lady that was walking by. I mean, stealing things, stealing fans, stealing the caps off the security people, stealing the motorcycle off the security guard. I mean, what an idiot. But he's in prison now, and I saw a picture of him recently. It looks like he's lost about 40 pounds, which that'll do. Being in a Philippine prison, if you ever want to lose weight, just get yourself arrested in the Philippines, and you'll lose weight really fast. But might not be the way you want to. But yeah, I think he's the reason they're changing the law. For illegal immigrants, it can be a problem. I love Ireland. The Irish people are a gentle, hardworking race, very friendly and warm. He is still in jail and he lost a lot of weight. Yeah, yeah. So everything I'm hearing about Ireland is that there there's more immigrants than Irish. There's nobody's from Ireland anymore. So that's kind of a sad thing. But I saw some really, really interesting, I don't know, interesting is the word, harsh videos, confrontations, Irish people, locals against immigrants, you know, and it's just like any country, you know, not all immigrants are bad. It's just that small percentage that give everybody else a bad reputation. So it's just like that Batali being in the Philippines. Now, every white foreigner that's in the Philippines with a camera, they automatically think of Batali. They automatically think this guy's bad. It's just the same way in Ireland. You know, you get a bad immigrant, and now all immigrants are bad. Same in the U.S. You get a bad immigrant that does something against the law, breaks the law, should be deported. Now they want everybody deported, you know? So it's one of those things where you can't clump everybody into the same category, but it's hard not to. The high today here in Montana was 50. Woo! 50. Wow. I can't wait to get back to the Philippines. When are you coming back, Mark? I think you told me last live, like in November or something like that. I can't remember. The guy looked like he was on anabolic steroids. Withdrawal symptoms are not present. Yeah, are pleasant. Yeah, he did look like he was on some steroids, and that could be part of his issues with his rage, his roid. We call it roid rage, steroid rage. When you're on the juice, your emotions are running at different levels, so you can really get crazy sometimes. It's almost to a point where like you're on PCP or Shabu if you're in the Philippines. You know, you get a little crazy. November. That's what I thought. That's what you said. The cameraman is a Filipino. Why he never stopped Batali? Can't do a prank in a posh place. Well, he was getting paid, and so he's just as guilty. And last I heard, he was on the run. But I haven't heard anything. That was like a month ago. I heard that he was hiding out because they were looking for him. The authorities were looking for him. But I haven't heard anything more. Things have kind of settled down. But there's still a lot of YouTubers, especially in the Philippines, that are doing Batali updates constantly, trying to milk every click, every view out of the public as they can. So I did one video on it. All I did was talk about how pissed off I was about him, and that was it. That's all I wanted to do. I don't want to waste any breath on that guy. He says 60 is the new 40. Mature men are more emotionally stable. They stray less, more wisdom, experience in life. Been there. You don't look 60. True. Thank you, D. I don't feel 60 or 60-ish. I feel as good as I did when I was 40. I mean, I've gained a little weight, especially being here in Chiang Mai. I'm kind of on vacation mode. My buddy Rigby and his girlfriend are here, so we go out, hang out at go eat, and go to the street markets, the night markets. They got some really nice night markets here in Chiang Mai. So I gained all the weight I had lost when I got back to Thailand. I think I've gained back. So I got some work to do when I get back to Bangkok. Get back to my gym in my condo and start eating a little better, a little healthier. And I'm still walking a lot. I'm still getting my 10,000 steps in. So I'm doing that. But I'm just not eating the right way. I'm eating way too much. You know, I used to do like 2 meals a day. Now I do 3 since I've been here. So it's been kind of crazy, but it's been fun. Cher says, I've met a lot of international YouTubers. like Dead Farong. I met him in person. I gave him a little advice while vlogging in the Philippines. I've never heard of him. I assume he's in Thailand if he's going by Dead Farong, or does he travel all over Asia? I don't think I've seen his videos. They haven't come up on any of my recommendations, so maybe this content is different than mine. I think we have. I wonder where there's a couple of girls out here taking pictures. I wonder where they're from. I'll bet you if I ask them, I bet they'll say they're from Japan. If they come over here, I'll ask. Let's see, could be a local. Let's see if they walk over here. They're going the other direction. Anyway, what else you guys got on your minds today? Like I said, I'm here in Chiang Mai. My plane leaves at noon, back to Bangkok, get back home. It's a longer trip on the train from DMK, from the airport to my condo, than it is flying from Chiang Mai to Bangkok. So it's about an hour trip to Bangkok from here, and then it's about an hour and a half on the trains to get to my place. If I flew into Suvarnabhumi, it's a little shorter trip, but this is DMK has become kind of the discount airline destination as far as airports in Bangkok, so you can get better deals. And to be honest, I don't mind DMK at all. The only issue with DMK is if you want to take the train, it's about a 15-minute walk from the airport on the bridge to get to the train, the red line, to get on the airport train. Other than that, it's really easy to get through DMK, really easy to get around Don Muang Airport, so I don't mind it at all. Let's see, where am I at here? Mark says, if you will need a permit to video in BGC, Brian the Lion will be out of business. Maybe that's why he's doing all his videos now from his condo and just doing B-rolls. Maybe that's why. Maybe he doesn't. He's afraid that they'll stop him for not having a permit. I don't know. Let's see. The best YouTuber who came to the Philippines is I Show Speed. He is concerned with all Filipinos. Okay, that's another guy I've never heard of. Is he still doing content? His content more on traveling and lifestyle in Thailand. He is from Australia. That's the Dead Farong guy? Okay. A lot of Aussies in Thailand. A lot of Australians and Brits in Thailand, especially bloggers. Not a lot of, you see a few guys from the US and Canada, but the guy I like from Canada is Cal, C-A-L. He's in Bangkok. He's been there for like 10 years. He lives there, and he has good content. I like his content. But everybody else, I mean, there's a guy from the UK, Paddy Doyle. I like his content. He's got like over 300,000 subscribers now or something like that, or I don't know, maybe 400,000. I like Retired Working for You. That's another Canadian. Who else? There's a couple. He's one. I think he's either Aussie or from the UK. I can't remember which. Sometimes it's hard for me to figure out the accent. But those are a couple of guys from Thailand that I watch. Rosie O'Donnell is Irish. She's there now. Good morning, JJ. Safe travels later today. Thanks, Thomas. Yeah, Rosie O'Donnell. Well, don't get me started. You look like Anthony Michael Hall from the Breakfast Club. Sorry, JJ. That's funny. I look like him back then or look like him now? Because now the dude is huge. Because I saw they did a Breakfast Club reunion at some Comic-Con thing or something. And he's there, and is it Judd Nelson that played the criminal in Breakfast Club? Anyway, Anthony Michael Hall is so much bigger than Judd Nelson now. It's crazy. And he said something like he used to make fun of Anthony Michael Hall when they were filming because Anthony Michael Hall was only 16 at the time, or 16 or 17. So him and Molly Ringwald couldn't go out at night drinking because they were both underage and they had to stay and do their homework and do their studies. But he said, now I can't make fun of him because he'll beat the crap out of me because he's so much bigger. So I don't know, but that's okay. I've been called worse, so I'm okay with that. Now you look like when he becomes an adult. Okay, yeah. My hair's getting lighter color. It used to be red. When I was young, it was bright red. And you should see my high school graduation picture. My hair literally is down to my shoulders. I have really long hair. You couldn't even see my ears. It's funny. And it was bright red, almost orange red. Then it got a little darker and it took me about 30 years of my life to get used to my hair color. Then it became more of an auburn. And now it's got some gray in it, so it looks almost blonde. And when it gets long, you can really see the gray. So I get a haircut, get it nice and short, and then it doesn't show the gray as much. So people claim I color my hair, but I've never colored my hair. I had it permed one time in the 80s, and I looked like Mike Brady in the last season of the Brady Bunch. Like tight curls. Oh, it was horrible. It was the worst look I could ever have done. I don't know why I did it, but it was bad. She should go to Trump's golf resort in Ireland. Yeah, that would be funny. She should do that. She'd probably, if she did a video on that, it'd go viral. I'd do that. I mean, I think that'd be funnier than hell. FYI, the U.S. just bombed Iran's nuclear sites. Okay. Stephen Lawrence, hello, Steve. Thailand's everything is better than the Philippines, but you don't miss the English language women speak in the Philippines. Are you happier in Bangkok? Okay, so it's really, first of all, I'm not dating right now, so I don't have that issue. But in Bangkok, especially in the higher touristy areas, like along Sukhumvit and some of those areas there, they speak pretty good English. If you're at retail places or you're at bars or restaurants, their English is pretty good. So you can have a pretty decent conversation and get what you need taken care of. If you get out away in up in Isan and up north, some areas around, even in Chiang Mai, some outer areas, they don't speak English very well. But you find that in the Philippines too. If you're in the provinces, it's rare that they speak a lot of English. Some of the younger kids probably do, the kids that are in school. But if you get the adults in the province areas in the Philippines, it's very rare that they speak English very well. So I don't see a lot of difference, really. And I'm planning on taking Thai language courses. I want to learn the Thai language. I want to be able to assimilate a little bit. And I think that's important for any country you live in. Now, I got lazy in the Philippines because I lived in BGC where everybody spoke English. So I didn't have to, it wasn't a big issue. I didn't have to speak English. I mean, I didn't have to speak Tagalog or Visayan or anything like that. So I got a little lazy. Let me see. Yes, Mark Vance now is Persians will revenge again. Yeah. Do you have a girlfriend before in the Philippines? I did. I had a girlfriend. We were together for almost 2 years. When I first moved to the Philippines in March of 2022. They just opened. They opened up the country in February, on February 22nd, and I moved there in March. And I went there for work. And after about a couple of months, settled in my work, hiring my staff and that, then I started kind of going out and started dating. And so for about a year and a half, I dated pretty freely, I will admit. Had a lot of fun, enjoyed my life. And then I met a girl, and we got really serious, and we were together almost 2 years, a year and a half, 2 years. She lived with me in my last condo. She worked, and then I did my YouTube thing. But it was time for me to make a change. So I had to make a decision, and wanted to. I needed to. I just needed a change. So, um, she wanted to work on her farm in the province. I didn't want that. I don't want to live on the farm anymore. I did that when I was a kid, which was great, but I've become kind of a city guy now. So and BGC got a little small for me, so I just needed a change. I've been coming to Bangkok, coming to Thailand for the last couple of years. I really liked it, so that's why I decided in October to move. So now you're all caught up with my life. Yeah, 17 languages in the Philippines. Yeah. Um, so my ex girlfriend was Visayan. So there's some Visayan that I would have had to learn Tagalog. Um, she actually lived in Negros. So if you get over in the western Negros in Bacolod, they speak Ilonggo there. You go over to Iloilo, I think they speak Ilonggo also. So a lot of different languages in the Philippines. Crazy. But that's what makes the Philippines cool and unique. All right, I think I'm about caught up. Please visit the Philippines again, especially Manila. I'm willing to meet you and collab. Yeah, I mean, I plan on going back there sometime this year. I'm not sure when. If I don't go to Cambodia in August, I might go to Manila. I might fly back to Manila. I got a couple of friends that still live there, and some people I know that I'll reconnect with. So I was back there in, was it April of this, March and April. I was there for March and April because I had to renew my passport, and I mailed it in to the U.S. Embassy in Manila. So I was there a couple months. That's where I broke my fingers. You can see it. They haven't really healed correctly. I can't close them. That's as far as I can close. Like these, I can do that, but I can't. That's as far as they'll go. Which is farther than they were. Like these I can close all the way, but I can't make a full fist. So if I get in a fight, I'm worthless. Um, but yeah, I was there in March and in April. I came back on the 3rd of May. Came back to Bangkok. So got my new passport. So it's cool looking passport. Let me see. Let me know. I'm willing to do a collab. Okay. Yeah, I will. You'll know on my channel if I'm going back. So you can contact me on my email. Let me see if I can bring my email up. That's my email. So you can contact me on my email. And then, yeah, I love to do collabs. That's how I got monetized so quickly. I did a collaboration with Evan, the Savvy Expat in BGC. I was around 500 subscribers, and you need 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours to get monetized. And I met him one time. I'm just sitting in Forbestown having a beer, and he walks by. I go, "Hey, Savvy Expat," and introduced myself to him. And he sat down. I told him I had a YouTube channel, and he goes, "Hey, you want me to interview you?" I go, "Yeah, that'd be great." So he interviewed me, and it got a ton of views on his channel, and I got over 500 subscribers just from his interview. So it got me monetized. Basically, his interview with me got me monetized. So I always said to myself, it's like if I ever get to a point where I'm doing really well with this channel, and there's new YouTubers, I will collaborate with them to try to do the same or pay it forward. So I don't know what your channel's like. You might have 100,000 subs. I don't know what your channel's like, Share, but I would love to do a collab with you. That wouldn't be a problem at all. That'd be fun. I went to an orthopedic surgeon. That's what he did for me in the Philippines. Thank you, JJ. You're welcome, Sharon. No problem. You look like the bad military guy leader from Avatar in a good way. Sorry. Well, when I was a little younger, I looked like what is his name? The guy from Billionaire or Billions, and he was also in that military series. I can't think of the name of it now, but I've been told I look like him. I've been told I look like a lot of different people. So half the time I don't see it, but what the heck? But the bad leader in Avatar, okay. Only 3,000 plus. I'm more on arts and travel. I'm not yet monetized, but I love meeting people. So you got 3,000 subs, but you're still waiting on your watch hours, your 4,000 watch hours. Is that what's keeping you from being monetized? We can talk about that off. We don't have to get into it today, but I'd love to help you out. That's for sure. I'm all about that. All right. It's been an active chat. It's been fun. Let's see. We're almost to an hour. I'll go another 30 minutes as long as we got the chat going and people watching. And then I got to get out of here, go back to my hotel and get to the airport so I can catch my flight. My flight leaves right at noon back to Bangkok. So let's see. So Chiang Mai, I love Chiang Mai. It's a neat city, especially this Nimon area. I actually came here, talking about YouTubers, I came here to meet a couple of YouTubers that do their channels more about helping YouTubers become successful. So I reached out to them and they responded. I told them I was going to be here in Chiang Mai and I wanted to meet them, and they go, yeah, no problem. Just let us know when you get here. And I did, and they ghosted me. So, oh well. so much for getting help from them, but oh well. Sometimes that's how it works out. And again, I want to apologize if my camera's shaky. I'm on a little tiny table, and it's not the most steady table around. So once in a while, if I set my coffee down, the camera shakes a little bit. So I apologize for that. I guess I could put it over here. Is that any better? A little farther away. Kind of in the shadows. Maybe I'll set it over here. Let's see. How's that? Which one? The first one where it's shaky over here, or where it's at now? Which is the better view? Which is my better side? I haven't shaved all week either. So. Okay, Sheriff. Yeah, shoot me an email. Which is my best side? I want to get my best side. My best side? Is this my best side? I don't know. I'll just put it back here. I think it's good. Good enough. Can handle the shakiness for a little while. Still got 10 on, so that's good. We got a good number there. So last night I ate at this Italian restaurant. My buddy Rigby and I went down to One Demon, which is that shopping area across from the mall. Really nice. Everything's new. It's really nice looking. Kind of looks kind of Western style. And went there and had a beer. Had one beer at this craft place called Chit. Chit is a Thai word. CHIT. Chit. Like there's a Chitlom area on Sukhumvit in Bangkok, and there's a Lone Chit. But this bar is called what's it called? Chit hole. So I saw it yesterday afternoon. I messaged Rigby and I said, meet me at the Chit hole at 5 o'clock tonight. So we went there. It's a nice bar. It's a craft beer, but it was very expensive. The beers were super high priced. I think one pint was like 250 or 230 or 290 baht or something like that. So well over $6. So we had one beer there, and then we went down into the one market in one Niman, and there's an outdoor. It's all outdoors, but it's covered, and they've got fans, so it's nice and cool and shaded. Really nice area. They got lots of food vendors all around, and they have this bar there, and you can get a bottle of Singha or a bottle of Leo for like 70 baht, so that's pretty cheap. You get the big bottles for like 100, so that's not bad price. So we went there and had a couple, and then I hadn't eaten, so wanted to try this Italian restaurant, which is like a block from my hotel. So we went there, ate Italian, and had the lasagna, which is pretty good. And then I don't know what got into me, but I ordered a pizza to go, not thinking that I got to leave tomorrow at noon. So when am I going to eat this pizza? So I may go back today and snarf down a few slices of pizza before I hit the airport. So it's like, what an idiot. What was I thinking? But my whole bill, and I got a glass of wine. So I got the lasagna meal, a big pizza, and a glass of wine, and the whole thing cost just over 1,000 baht, which is about $30. So I guess that's not bad. It's basically 2 meals and wine. So I don't know why I did that, but I did. Just sent you an email. Okay, no problem. I'll check it when I get off today. When I'm waiting at the airport, I'll check my emails. I try to check my emails every day. Try to keep up with that. I try to keep up with my comments on my videos. I try to respond to all of them. Sometimes I miss some, so I apologize for that. But try to respond to as many as I can. As long as you're nice, you're not mean. Let's see. About 5 after 9. 5 after 9. We'll go a little longer. It's just been a little over an hour here. Next week I'll be back at my studio, my condo, next Sunday morning, regular time at 9 o'clock. But I wanted to do it early today so I can get some time in before I have to leave for the airport. So, you guys got any other questions for me? You got any comments on, Chiang Mai? If you've been to Chiang Mai, how do you like it? How does Chiang Mai rank with other cities that you've been to in Southeast Asia or Thailand? I've only been to a few. I've been to Bangkok, obviously, Chiang Mai, Hua Hin, Pattaya. That's basically it. I'll probably try to get to some of the other areas, maybe Phuket. I know I got a friend, his brother owns a bar in Phuket, so I do want to check that out and see what that's all about. But I heard Phuket is just crazy busy and overrun with tourists. I don't know if I like that or not. Yes, Thailand is really nice. Yeah, I love Thailand. I love Bangkok. And, you can hear the plane going over. Bangkok's not for everybody. It can be a little overwhelming, just the sheer mass of it, and how busy it is, and just the energy. But to me, I just love it. I just love that feel, that energy, that excitement. Something about Bangkok is just different than anywhere else I've been. I want to get back to Tokyo. I haven't been to Tokyo for 5 years now, over 5 years. Last time I was there was right at the beginning of COVID in 2020. And I got stuck there and couldn't find a flight out. But it was great. I was staying in the Roppongi area, and I love Tokyo. So I'll get back there one of these days. Let's see. Steve says, I live in Manila. I'm on holiday in Bangkok, really liking it. Very easy to get around, lots to do and see. Leaving for Hua Hin today on the train. I think Chiang Mai is on my radar. Yeah. Are you coming back to Bangkok before you head back to Manila after you do your thing in Hua Hin? Let me know. Look me up, and I'll be back there today. So when you get back from Hua Hin, maybe we can get together if you want. Krabi is nice too. I've heard Krabi is really nice. That's another place I want to check out. Those are the places where during burning season in January, February, and part of March, go south because you get away from all that pollution. So if you can get down to Phuket or Krabi, you can probably get away from all that pollution, all that air pollution that the burning season gives you. You wouldn't want to be here necessarily. It gets really bad here from what I understand during burning season. So you got about a 2.5, 3 month time period where you can live here in Chiang Mai all year round, and then when January hits, just get the hell out of Dodge. He says, I have a couple of shorts videos for fun, but too intimidated to do videos. I admire all you bloggers. Hats off to you. Have a good trip back to Bangkok. Well, Dee, for those on the live today, check these videos out, his shorts out, or his shorts. I don't know. Are you a man or a woman, Dee? I don't know. There's a D here. He's a guy. So I was just assuming. So I don't know. Cher says I like Phuket. I have friends there. Sunny in Thailand. Yeah. Phuket seems like a pretty nice area. It's kind of an island, but you can drive over. It doesn't take anything to get over there, from what I understand. So, let's see. So when I get back Sunday, I'll probably be full from Snarfanel, my pizza that I bought last night. So I won't have to eat the rest of the day. But there's this vendor that's right outside my condo, and it's a husband and wife. They're an older couple, but they fry chicken every day but Saturday. They're not there on Saturdays, but every other day they're there, and it's the best chicken. It's so good, and I probably go there and eat, at least a couple of times a week. I'll get their chicken for my dinner, and it's super cheap, like 20 baht for a piece of chicken, which is like 60 cents. But I'll go there, and the husband's super nice, and he'll always Sawadee Kap, and I'll say Sawadee Kap, and then I'll start to try to be fancy, and I'll say Sawadee Mai, and he'll say Sawadee Kap, and then he'll start talking in Thai, thinking that I know more than I know, and then it's like, oh shoot, I just kind of smile and nod my head at that time. So it's kind of fun when you start to try to talk the language and they just light up. It's like, oh, it's so neat. I think they are really appreciative when a foreigner, a Farang like me, tries to assimilate into their culture and tries to speak their language and understand the Buddhist culture. And so it's kind of cool. I like it. To me, it's fun. So I'm kind of excited about learning more of the Thai language. I was going to sign up. I had to get signed up for classes before I left for Chiang Mai because the whole process takes a while, and my visa expires on August 1. And so now if I signed up when I got back, it would expire before I would have all my paperwork done and all the visas done. So I'll probably, if I go to Cambodia, or maybe I'll go back to Manila, or maybe I'll go to Vietnam for a month or so, and then I'll come back and start my visa process over, and then sign up for my Thai language class, and then I'll have plenty of time. Well, you need about 6 weeks total to get all that done, taken care of, because they have to change your visa, and they have to get it approved by immigration, send all that paperwork in. So it's a little bit of a process. All right, we're all caught up on the chat. We'll go a couple more minutes. If you guys don't have anything else, then we'll just kind of call it good. My throat's a little scratchy this morning. And I'm out of coffee, so I don't want to get another coffee. I'll be really wired for my trip. So, but hey, it's been fun. Chiang Mai was a blast. If you haven't been here before, put it on your bucket list. I think you'll really enjoy it. There's a lot of things to do, a lot of things that I haven't done yet that I just didn't have time to do. This trip was it was only 5 days, 5 nights. I just basically wanted to check out some good street vendors, some street markets, good food, obviously, some live entertainment. There's some really good live entertainment spots where all the locals go. So that's basically what I wanted to do this trip. So maybe next trip I'll venture outside of Chiang Mai a little bit, maybe go up in the trails and the mountains a little more and check those things out too. But there's plenty to do, that's for sure. Let's see, where else do I go? Okay, let's. We got 10 on still. Let's see if you don't have anything else to put in chat. We're going to call it good. Thanks for coming on today. Heading back to Bangkok in a couple hours, and we'll check in again with you guys next Sunday, regular time, 9 o'clock Thailand time, Sunday morning, which will be 10 a.m. in the Philippines, and at 9 p.m. Eastern Saturday night in the U.S. So that's next Sunday. But until then, as always, live life, my friend, and we will talk to you soon.